Peter, when you are working with your AI of choice, do you say please and thank you?
I'm happy. This is an interesting thing, and I want to talk about it. But do the intro.
All right.
So let me start off here. Something I've noticed about my interaction with Claude, which I use on a daily basis quite extensively, and I use I've used some of the harnesses like the command line ones and other things, but I usually use the app, which has got a section for Claude Chat and a section for Claude Code and a co-work, which I don't use so much. But when I'm using Claude Chat, I say please and thank you, and I am quite polite. And I don't know what it is, I just do. But when I'm using Claude Code, I used to do this, but I found myself being more and more terse and just saying, refactor this, remove that, do this, do that, create a PR, update rescan this, populate, blah, blah, blah. Very like if it was a member of staff that I was actually talking to, I wouldn't want to be talked to like that. I'd be like, just show a bit of appreciation.
Claude's muttering dick under its breath, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, whatever. It's like an
asshole. Fucking, you do it yourself. It's so easy.
Yeah. So it's just an interesting thing that I noticed, and I brought this up with some people at work, and they said an interesting thing to me, which was that. And I hadn't realized that this might be true, but it seems obvious in retrospect, which is that the way that you talk to the AI can actually influence how the output from it.
Yeah.
Which one person said that they had written, this is really important and I'm going to lose my job if you get this wrong. And apparently the code that it created was just pristine.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, because I am thinking of Claude or LLMs in general as essentially savant toddlers at this point.
Yeah.
Is it the traditional parenting theme of bribes and threats that like is going to help get through this difficult phase in life?
So this came up for me because I think it was actually Nate. Oh crap! What's the gate? Nate B. Jones, great YouTube channel about AI. Definitely go follow it. And he said something about how this idea of like assigning a persona. You are a strategy consultant for whatever, and he said in some cases now with the more current models, they're finding that actually hinders the results. And so I was doing some research about this, does please and thank you matter? Does how you set up the persona matter? And what I think I came away with is it's all about the context, right? So if I tell Claude, answer as a second grade teacher, tell me about volcanoes. It's going to look across this knowledge for everything it knows about volcanoes. And then it's going to look down for everything it knows about second grade teachers. And it's going to focus the answer on that intersection, right? So to that extent, I think assigning the persona is relevant. Does telling it nicely or telling it in some certain way make any difference? Probably not to Claude. On the other hand, knowing that it's trained on the internet, if I say, answer this question, asshole, that's going to put it in the Reddit category of answer or the Twitter category of answers. And that's going to be the context.
Interesting.
I don't know that this is true. This is just my speculation. But my guess is, knowing that it's trained largely on the internet, the way I address it will translate in some way to the way whatever part of the internet it found that information on talks. Is my theory.
I mean, yeah, I suppose. I mean, you could, yeah. Or the way that it's not just so you phrase the question and then you're like directing its internal knowledge base to a particular area. So if you phrase the question like, I think I'm going to lose my job about this, then you're likely to get, if somebody asks a question that way on the internet, then you're likely to have more thorough answers. Maybe that's how it's affecting in the same sort of way. Like if you ask that question on Reddit and said, I'm going to lose my job otherwise, you might get more helpful people being genuine about it.
Yeah, maybe. And there is also, I think, good evidence to say instructing it, show your work or do this step by step does prompt it to follow better logical processes, I guess. So that's kind of stuff does affect the results. So I think there are ways that you can do that for sure. On the please and thank you specifically, I think it may not matter to the AI, but it probably makes us feel better.
Well, yeah. I mean, it feels wrong. This is where I all started, was because that's how I used to always say please and thank you, because it just felt a bit off to type. But as I've kind of gotten more into like a quick feedback loop with seeing the results and iterating quickly, I've dropped those little niceties when I'm talking to code. I just want the fucking code, man. I want the fucking code. Give me the code. Like, do it now. It's what I'm thinking in my head. Like, the quicker it goes, the quicker I want it to go.
I've also abandoned with code this like, should we consider kind of approach and just be much more directive and terse, like you said. And originally I actually wanted engagement on like, is this the best way to do it? What are the other options? But I found, and maybe this is too, passive with people as well. Just ask, what are the other options?
This is my fear, is that I'm going to get too used to just ordering Claude around. And then I'm going to, in a real situation, I'm going to be like, run the scan. Please, if you could run the scan, please.
My wife has actually accused me of this already.
No way.
Yeah. I don't remember what the circumstances, but it was like I was kind of interrogating her on something, and she's like, "I'm not Claude. Stop talking to me that way."
Excellent. That's so good. That is
like, obviously you're not Claude, because Claude would answer the fucking question with more sycophancy.
Mate, I have a problem with sycophancy in Claude, honestly. I'm sorry. I think it still says to me, like, good job and great thinking, and that's a good plan and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I fucking know that, thank you. I suggested it. Like,
that's a great point. Yeah, that's why I made it.
Yeah, exactly. We're all going to end up with massive egos. That's going to be a problem. Someone should do a study on, like, ego sizes for the AI generation. Yeah.